everybody. We back. Mr. Skinny call-in show. Hanna Gabriels live answering all questions for y'all guys. What's going on? Yeah, man, we're gonna get into this here, man. We are blessed with the presence of Hanna Gabriel. And if you don't know who this is, after tonight, you will have a better understanding of who she is and why you don't know her, because you should know her. But as I always speak, gatekeepers and powers that be always want to try to erase stuff from history that happened. You know, knockdowns, things of that nature. You know what I mean? So without further ado, because like I say, I want people to be mindful of my time, so I want to be mindful of other people's time as well. For sure. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring you multi-division world champion, Hanna Gabriel. We're in the building. What's good, everybody? What's good? Hanna, how you doing?
Good evening to everyone. Good evening to you. Thank you for having me. It is my pleasure and my honor. Many blessings to you and all of your loved ones.
It is our pleasure. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. So, what's going on with you? How you been?
We are hanging in there, always working, always trying to do our best. Um, I haven't been training in the last couple of months, but I've been focusing on my daughter. She just got into high school this year. So, other type of season. And so we're just getting a little bit accustomed to what it brings and everything. Planning on my last fight in Costa Rica in December. Uh, you know, so much has happened, and my career has been practically being blocked or stopped for 5 or 6 years. So um, I think it's fair to think about retirement now and to try to write a different end from the one that they wanted to me that they wanted to write for me.
Right. So I don't think a lot of people understand, like, a lot of people are understanding you where we're at right now. But I don't think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are understanding where we got to this here point at, because you are actually a great boxer. Like, your record
Thank you.
shows that. If I'm not mistaken, you're 21 and 2-1, 21 3
Yes,
and
I have
1,
lost 2 times.
and
Uh-huh.
drew
I have
once.
lost 2 times and one tie. So it
Yeah,
is
two.
probably
Okay.
23, 2-1. Yes.
And you haven't had a fight in what, 3 years now?
No, I fought at the end of 2024 because I was offered to fight against Franchan. So there was like an eliminatory fight. I won, and then they backed up. And then they came back and offered me less than half of the money that they agreed to give me in the first negotiation. So after I decided not to take that opportunity, because if they cannot stand on their word for one thing, they will not stand on their word for other things. But my last fight was at the end of 2024.
What made you start boxing?
Boxing is a casualty for me. I was an athlete, a track and field athlete since I was 5 years old. When I turned 9, I was in the national selection, and by the time I turned 15, I suffered an injury that retired me about when I was 17 years old. Um, then I did, I went to the States. I lived there for a little bit, helping a friend of mine. And then I came back and I was 206 pounds. I gained a lot of weight. And so my dad uh, advised me to go to the boxing gym. And I started training there. But because I was not supposed to be able to do any sports after my injury, I never thought that I will find everything I wanted to find in boxing. But by the age of 23, 24 more or less, I had an existential crisis because I realized that I had 24 years old and I hadn't accomplished anything that I wanted in my life. So that night that I thought that I was going to take my own life, uh, the Lord was kind enough to show His kindness, and He picked me up from the dirt
Yeah,
and gave
glad you
me
didn't do
another
that.
chance. Yeah, I'm glad to. He gave me another opportunity, so I told him, um, I'm gonna do everything with excellence each day to see where that excellence can take me by your hand. And here we are, about almost 20 years later, because I'm 43 today.
Happy
A lot of
birthday.
well, no, I'm today 43, but I turned in January. But
Oh,
it's been 20 years since then, and it's been a hell of a journey. It's been full of blessings, and it's just I'm grateful. Even with everything that has happened, my story was supposed to go differently, and nobody thinks that you're gonna make it when you're 23, 24, and trying to learn boxing because I didn't know anything. I actually, it's funny because when Clarissa speaks, I just heard her in the last fight talking about Alicia Baumgardner and saying that they look like amateurs. And first of all, I believe Alicia made a showcase, an amazing showcase of skills. She was on point. Her opponent was amazing as well, but she really truly showed us boxing in so many great ways. And Clarissa was saying all of these things about being amateurs and all of these things. And I find funny that somebody that talks so much about her two Olympic medals, to some kind of degrade the amateur boxers in a sense because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of skill set, a lot of conditioning for what those girls were doing. And I only had one amateur fight in my whole life. So I always thought I was behind. I always knew I was behind. I always knew I needed to learn and to grow to be able to catch up. So when I fought Clarissa in 2018, I thought that I was going to lose miserably because I just did not have the experience and the school that most people have in this business. So when I hear her, speaking about amateurs as if it was a bad thing, it's just sad because it is a process, and there is a process for everything, and that is the school that actually has made her who she is. you know. So
so
me. Oh,
no,
yes,
go
sorry.
ahead. I didn't
Go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off, but I was gonna say,
No, I was
but
going to say
before we
that
get
me
deep
just having
into
one.
before we get deep into the Clarissa Shields thing, I just wanted to ask you because it's a misconception on like how you was just stating how they're not paying you these promoters behind the scenes. Like, could you kind of like explain to maybe like females that's thinking about getting into this because now they seeing like X Rumble and these other promotions coming along, like the the pay starting out as a beginner to like you even stated that the fight with Clarissa you was offered 30,000.
In the first fight, they paid me 35,000, which out of which we are left with 40%, 40%, 45% out of the back. So, when you have to train and when you're a brand like mine that has already a name, that has already, those purses are not really attractive, but you take them as an opportunity. The second time that they offered me to fight, it was in 2023, and they offered me 50, and I took it. But I was coming down from heavyweights to fight her because the first time that I fought her, I was the champion in 154, and I had been the champion there for 8 years. When she came down to 154 to fight the undisputed, I was the champion there for 11 years at the time. And her team,
Talk your
uh,
shit.
they were able to, I don't know, convince, I guess, the sanctioning bodies to have that undisputed fought that night. And I just find it. Have you ever heard the term age to age out the boxers?
Yeah.
Right? And
Like
people
stall it
people
out.
think yes, people think my beef with Clarissa is about the first fight. I do not think I won that first fight because I believe I did a lot of mistakes. But that has to do with my lack of experience and lack of school. Yet I have made my business in the last 8 years to learn and to perfection my craft. I am not a quarter of what you saw in that fight today. So when I fought her, I realized that I wasn't that far from that level. And so, I have trained, I have worked so hard. And in 2021, I was happy that she was coming to 152 because I was like, okay, it's time now. And they avoided me. Um, 2 days before that night, she posted a picture of mine getting punched in the mouth. And she said, 2 more days. And of course I was mad because she was speaking to me. She was telling me, in her narcissistic ways, I'm fighting for your belt and I don't even have to face you, right? So you have the documentation. That's why I wanted you to see the documentation because I want to make sure that you are able to confirm that I'm not lying,
Right.
right? That these things I have evidence of it. And the reason why it has gone like that is because other boxers don't have the same leverage, don't have the same power, or the teams, they don't have the same interest. And I remember when I was called out to come to Clarissa, they told me that they wanted a champion because they wanted her to have credibility. Because until that point, she did not face a lot of competition.
Right. Right.
So I came up to 160, I lost, and I came down to 154 and waited for her. They avoided me, and somehow they made me invisible. But when she posted that picture, I made a public statement letting her know that even though I did not agree with that, I did understand the biggest picture, and that I was not going to sit and cry, that I was going to go up to the heavyweights and try to calm down to and win everything to pressure her to fight me. And I did. I went to the heavyweights and I never fought again. My promoter at the time did not invest. Then they joined another company and they like moved my contract to that company. I said, well, if I don't want to be with that company, and they were like, no, your contract is our contract. We do whatever we want with that, and So I just had to wait. 2 more years passed by and nothing. I did not fight. I always thought that I was going to fight. Then 2023 came. They offered me to fight, and I said yes. I went to the press conference, and I believe they were disappointed to see that I was not Clarissa Shields heavyweight looking like. I was strong. I was always prepared. So when they saw me, they actually told my ex-manager at the time, Dimitri Salita told my ex-manager at the time that they were going to put me the test on Bada. And my manager said, well, you know what he told me? And he's being an ass and telling me this. And I said, it's okay. Let him. There's nothing they can do now to stop this, right? And then I came to Costa Rica, and one of the dogs was like a ball. We didn't even notice this until 3 days before the puppies were born. And I just want people to try to imagine that at that time I had three years without fighting. And if I'm a professional, that's how I eat. I do other stuff. I'm a professor in my gym. I'm a certificated self-defense and empowerment instructor for women and for kids. And I do many other things. But when I signed a promotional contract in 2019 that promised me 3 or 4 fights a year, I was supposed to make some money. The minimum of the purse was 15,000 each, which is little, but for me and for my career, it meant opportunities to grow. And so I only did 2 fights in that whole
So even with you holding the
relationship.
belt, for as long as you held the belt, your purses was still like average between 15 and 30.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I be trying to tell people, man. When Clarissa Shields around here talking about she handing out these big purses like that, I'm like,
Oh
how?
yeah, no. Yeah, she says that she lift up women's, but that's not true. Actually, just last year, I was offered 65K to fight her, and my weight right now is about 163, 162. I have lost a little bit of mass, but it's just because I'm unable to train as I used to. I don't have the resources either, right? And so I have lost a little bit of mass, but I've been an athlete my whole life. So, and I usually train all the time, so I'm always in shape. And they wanted me to go to the heavyweights, and I said, it's impossible. As soon as I start training, I'm going to lose another 10 pounds. So, if she wants to see me in 154, we can do it. And you have to pay me more than that because she offered 100K out of her own pocket
Yeah, she
to
did.
anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
How can her team offer me 65K, out of which I'm going to be left out with 40%? Is disrespectful. And I know that they wanted me to go to the heavyweight so that I'd be in some kind of disadvantage.
That
Disadvantage.
heavyweight division is trash. I'm not even gonna lie. You wouldn't be at no
But
disadvantage.
I was there. I was the champion there for 2 years and a half, and I was supposed to fight Daniel Perkins. The first time that we spoke about this, his manager said to my manager that nobody wanted to see that fight. So, negotiations didn't went through. And then after the 2023 situation, while the clean boxing program was doing my investigation, and they already knew that I was innocent, I received a mandatory notice to fight Perkins. And I was like, how can you send me a mandatory fight if I'm not able to fight because you have this procedure going on, right? So when they gave me that mandatory on September of 2023, and they gave me the resolution in November of 2023. And in January or February of 2025, I was stripped from the belt because of inactivity. When they gave me my resolution in November, they expected me to organize a fight in January so that they did not strip the belt from me. But mind you, after a situation and public um, defamation and everything that happened, the first thing that goes to the trash is your credibility. And I have built everything of my brand in positives, right? I've never been scandalous. I've always tried to manage myself in the best way. So when something like this happens, when people say she cheats and you have built everything on integrity, um, it really hurts your brand. It really hurts you as an athlete, as a professional. The way that the way how people perceive you and all of these things. So um, I did not have the resources or the I did have the connections, but each brand did not want to see themselves involved with this situation. And I understand. I've been working for brands for many years, and I have always uh, kept them safe because I know how important it is. But yeah,
I don't think Clarissa Shields has the capability of getting down to 154.
she has a lot of fat,
Yeah,
so
she.
she can do that
I
for
don't think
sure.
she could get down. I don't. I think you're gonna have to come up.
Well, I can do. I think I can do 160. The thing about it is, I've been a professional for many years, and I'm a trainer and everything. And this really means it is only a matter of time. Let's see. If I am 163 today and I fight 100 and, in 154, 154, I'll probably be ready in a month because I'm gonna lose the weight so quick. And the only thing that has to be taken care of is the conditioning. But if I have to gain weight, if I have to put up with 10 pounds and try not to lose the other 10 pounds that I'm going to lose while I'm training, then there has to be a training camp of at least 6 months,
Right.
7, 8 months, right? So I tell people, time has never been the problem. They have made me wait so much. And the only reason why I didn't fight all of these years is because I have signed 4 promotional contracts since 2019, and none of the contracts were met on the behalf of the promoters because everybody was just waiting on Clarissa to take my fight. So they wanted to get back their investment right away. They did not want to invest in me fighting. And I believe that has to do with a special petition because I was always told, you're going to fight in 3 months, you're going to fight in 2 months. And I will get ready. I will tell my sponsors and I will do everything. And then the fight will not happen. By the time I was 2 or 3 years of this, my sponsors were thinking that I was just trying to keep relevant, right?
Yeah.
So all of these all of these things really hurt the boxer as a whole. Um, people, some time ago, I got into one of the YouTube channels because I will hear people saying, well, Hanna Gabriels is a cheat. Or, well, Hanna Gabriels didn't do anything. Or Hanna Gabriels just complained. Or Hanna Gabriels, it took about a year for her to get her results. The reason why it took so long for them to give me my resolution stating that I was innocent is because they know that they went through the process and they didn't handle it with integrity. and
That's
with
what I was about to
any
say. Did they because we always hear the accusation, but we don't never hear the apology. Did they make a public apology to you that you was innocent? Never.
no, but I do not expect that. What I expected was for them to open the doors for me to fight again.
So let me
But
ask you this: you had the first fight with Clarissa Shields, the one that you hit her with that famous uppercut, knocked her down. She lost her mouthpiece, all that. The referee helped her up to the corner, got her a new mouthpiece, all that. You not upset about that because you felt like the scorecards, you wasn't ready at that point. What you were upset
no,
about,
I believe that the scorecards were not fair
yeah,
because I do know that I won some rounds.
right, right.
I know that I punch it make it I punch more than she did because my strategy was based in speed, trying to punch as much as we could and get out, right? Because I thought that she was extremely strong.
But she ain't.
But I did, but she ain't. But then, and then, because I did not have experience, if you see that fight, you'll see me going in with the punches, boo, 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 boo,
Yeah.
and then I will come out like this, and she will counter punch me, right? Which I believe that is the reason why she wants to fight the UK girl. What was the name?
Nobody knows.
Well, the the
Because she
the
won't
the, the
fight
girl
the
that
fights
she's.
that we want to see.
I know. Well, she went to. Well, I believe that she wants to fight her because she's able to punch, but she's a little one, and so she's not as strong. But she has the same mistake that I used to have, like go in and go
And get
backward like
out.
that. But
Yeah.
so Clarissa will be able to capitalize on that, right? But when I got into that fight, I'll tell you something. That uppercut is so funny because when I was training, I will only my coach is my husband, so we were training and we did not have a lot of money or anything, so we did the camp between three people: my husband, a guy that is called, I don't remember his name right now, but he helped me to spar, and myself, right? And every time that I would throw the uppercut, my husband will come, but he will be so mad. He'd be like, "No, no, no, that is not gonna work. If you throw it by itself, it's not gonna reach," and all of these things, right? And so when I threw it and it landed and she fell, I think you can see my face like, what? Like I was surprised myself. But I did not throw it more because I had it in my mind that I shouldn't throw it,
Well,
right?
you threw
But
that
that
one.
all of that stuff comes with experience, which is what I'm trying to tell people. I've been trying to catch up, and I've been trying to do in the best in my capacity, so that I can actually bring better fights to the table. Yet these years that they haven't allowed me to fight, and I believe that that was intentional.
Right.
So that when the moment come, that she had advantage. But I am very proud to say that they haven't stopped the growth. I've been able to reach. I never wanted to be a world champion. That was never my goal. But my goal was to become the best boxer I could become with the time that I had left, because I knew I had little time. I became a professional when I was 27, I believe. So you don't really expect my career to go as far as it has gone, right? Um, but I
Speaking of
have
that,
reached that goal and I have overcome that goal. And I'm just so sad that I haven't been able to showcase. And I'm sadder that Clarissa is coward enough
that's what I was
not to
about to
face me.
say. She see this is where I'm at with it. Like I'm like you said. She gets on the internet and she makes these here bold claims. Like she said, I got $100,000 for any regular person or any boxer who feel like they can knock me out. You
And
accept
I
the
was like,
challenge. She acts like she doesn't see you. Chris Cyborg says that she'll put $1 million up.
"Dude,
Oh, 2 million. But Clarissa Shields has to accept the fight by the end of the year. Crickets. But then she'll go live and say, "Oh, I got $8 million. I'm the one that's paying these here people these fights." I'm like, man, I have never. She tries to she tries to downplay Amanda Serrano's contracts and all of that. Like, I just don't understand from your professional point of view. Do you think $8 million is anywhere on the table around there?
um, I believe when it comes to contracts, I don't know if she has a promotional fighting contract or if that is a musical contract or if it's mixed. Like, I wouldn't know because I don't think I've never seen something like that. Like when I heard her, Remy's husband said that they were they, that it's her husband that that they were
You
going to
might
take
get
over
that fight
boxing. I
now.
was like, boxing is dead. If they're taking over, boxing is dead. But I'm just happy to see MVP doing what they're doing, and
Yes,
the
big shout out to MVP for real.
there's two goats right now uh, that I believe have are the face of boxing, which is of course Layla Ali, of course forever and ever. She is that woman. But when it comes to the impact in women's boxing and how women's boxing has grown and all the possibilities that are available today, I have to give it to Amanda Serrano and just the boldness of Jake Paul to actually, see through so many things. Because I saw the other day when Shadesha lost, I think it was Timothy Bradley that was talking about how women, have this attitude or not willingness to fight or we're too soft and all of these things, and I believe he's wrong. I believe that most times when women fall into that is because the people around them are treating them like that. I always thought that if women's boxing didn't get better, it was because their trainers and their mates weren't putting them into the test like they have to go through. So fortunately, things have changed, and when you see Alicia, and when you see Amanda, and when you see Katie, and when you see all of these great Dubois and all of these people executing boxing so beautifully, you know that we are going in a great path.
How you feel
And
about
it's
Clarissa
it's
don't
sad that
fight?
Clarissa is overshadowed. Is like putting shade into all of this with
Yeah.
her behavior.
How you feel about her not taking? She don't fight 3-minute rounds.
I wish. I wish that is the best that they could ever do, because now we're gonna see knockouts. Now we're gonna see people actually going in
Condition.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a fighter of that goes from less to more, right? So the first 2 3 rounds are a little difficult for me to get the rhythm. So I always say I'm always danger. I always endanger those first rounds because I'm maybe too nice. I'm different today. I'm different today, but it definitely I wish Clarissa will fight me 12 rounds of 3 minutes. I can guarantee she will not reach the 12th round. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I can
I
guarantee you
have
that
so
she ain't
much
gonna.
inside me. Oh man.
She not gonna make it to
Um,
12.
5 6 years without fighting just because they wanted to age me out and
That's
seek
what
the
I was
perfect
gonna get to.
opportunity.
That's what I was gonna get to. I'm glad you said that. Um, you had that fight. Then after the first Clarissa Shields fight, you had 3 more. You won all 3 of those. And then
Yeah.
they were setting you up for this one. They said that you failed the test, which you got exonerated for. You're
I did not
42.
get exonerated. What happened was that they couldn't blame me.
Okay.
So, they just, um, it's a very important thing because when it comes to these procedures, people need to understand that the paperwork that we sign
Right.
is very dangerous.
Yeah,
Um,
speak on that because you
that
was talking about what really got you disqualified from the fight, but really it was they seen the shape that you showed up in, and they got worried. And walk my people through uh, with your words.
I'll take you to that pathetic thing.
Yeah,
It was so awful. Well, when I came here and my puppy was that fat. 3 days later, the babies were here. At that time, I did not have, like I said, resources or anything, and it was my husband, my daughter, and I. So I will take care of the doggies from 6 a.m. to 12 at night, and my husband will help me between 12 at night and 6 a.m. I was training, I was handling my daughter's school and everything. Time was crazy, and the caring of this type of dogs. My dogs are French bulldogs, so they have a condition that when they're born, if you don't take care of the milk going through their nose and then falling into their lungs, they will die.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really take care of the situation every 2 hours. You have to clean them. You have to do a lot of things. I was exhausted. And I was rushed from Thursday all the way to Sunday, the 31st of April, to sign the BADA papers. But I was so busy that I keep telling them, give me just a little bit because I'm here with the dogs, and I will send them pictures. And they knew that I had that situation. On May the 2nd at 8 o'clock at night, I had the people uh, to do the test for me. It was a urine test and a blood test that they will do, and it took me about 3 hours to pee enough because I just had starved. So the body is unable to do those things as quickly. So because I was really, really happy with my puppies, the conversation came up, and he got really worried because he first when he first came, he said, there was something weird with this uh, with this solicitude. It was like in a rush, and it never happens like that. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then when we spoke about it, he said, the only opportunity that you have is for you to fill out a supplementary form, which is the only opportunity that an athlete has to um, let let them know that she or him has been in contact with a substance or prohibited substance intentionally or not intentionally or accidentally, right? So we filled out all of that. And I asked him, what now? And he said, you have to trust the authorities. We are here to protect the athletes. We are here to make sure that nobody is taken advantage of, that you guys are healthy, and that especially prevention and education.
So
And I
what
was
was they
like, okay.
actually accusing you of? Like what drug? Like it wasn't no steroids or nothing.
No, well, the substance is called Clostebol, and the Clostebol substance, it has a use for the people that does um, bodybuilding.
Uh huh.
They use it with injections and stuff like that. But I had a spray that is for scar tissue. The human version is called Neobol. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, like
So you just
Neosporin.
spray it. Yeah, it's like you spray it in the scar tissue, and it helps the scar tissue, you know, develop faster. But that was the medicine that it was sent from the veterinarian for 12 or 15 days. Every time that the dog, I feed the little puppies, I had to clean her C-section.
Mm-hmm.
So it was every 2 hours or every 3 hours. So if we are in a room and somebody sprays that just a little bit, we all be contaminated
Right.
because it's a very high absorption medicine. But
Just like if I dang go smoke a blunt in the locker room, everybody gonna get high.
it, they don't get high, but they might get it in their system. Some might get high, some not. It depends on the ability of the person to absorb, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But in my case, um, the medicine has Clostebol at a 1%. It's like so minimum. And at that time in 2023, there were only 2 studies on Clostebol because they had already been situations of athletes that had had dogs that went through this, and they were, you know, they tested positive, and they carry with all of the injustice that that means. So we sent the proof, we sent the evidence, and they were supposed to take an approach, a scientific, ethical approach to it. And I thought that as soon as I would see that it was the dog's medicine and I wasn't doing anything, I think that at least they should have postponed it. But at that time, the laboratory only the laboratory until today does not have the ability to measure how much of Clostebol can be in the body, but they are able to identify which is the metabolite. So my case was metabolite M1, and that is only consistent with that medicine in that way. So they knew that I was not doing anything. And I thought that they will respect my family, that they will respect me as a human being, because the other, they told me that I was negligent. So in their mind, I should have let the 6 puppies die,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the mom to get her
Yeah, come on, man.
C-section infection it and all of that, which would have meant more money and more time for me. And they're my family. I couldn't do any of that. So
Yeah,
I
I
thought that they will
understand.
take a more humanistic approach to it. But actually, and this is where everything of the bad thing starts, because when I, as an athlete, sign this documentation, I am signing for them to shoot me in the head. If you read those papers, I don't think you'll sign them, because it actually says it will hurt you and it will harm you. But it also says they have to they have to do it by their rules. And the first rule is that if I am positive in anything, the first person to know is the athlete. I was told 10 days as a verbal, 10 days before the fight, but they knew this 3 days before they told me. And they share all of that information, and they made a substitute with Cornejo. And then they informed me and they said, prepare for tomorrow, because after midday is going to be the worst 48 hours of your life. And I said, but what happened with what happened? What is the substance? What happened with the supplementary form? Nobody ever gave me any information on that. They just said that they did not know which was the substance, And then the next day they informed the public. I received a notification 3 days before the fight happened, and I should have received a written notification the day that they found out. On the 7th of June, 4 days after the fight was over, I sent a letter to Margaret Goodman, which is the president of VADA, and I asked her to check on the evidence and the supplementary form that I knew that I was innocent, and the results came and they were um, proportional to the evidence that I gave them. They didn't even respond. I was also given the written notification from the WBC clean boxing program until the 31st of 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 May. So I did not really have time to do anything. I actually remember the Wednesday before the fight that I woke up thinking that it was a great idea, and I told my husband, "We're such an idiots. Let's just go to a laboratory. Let's ask for them to do a um a exam, and they will prove that we are clean." And then when I called the laboratory, they said, "No, Hannah, this is a very long process. It takes about 2 weeks to assign a person and all of that." So that was weird
So in
because
about 2 weeks,
it did not
if you
happen like
was
that
doing
for
something, you'll
me.
be clean.
Exactly. But guess what? I found out in 2025, two more studies for Clostebol came out. And the other thing that is amazing is that the window of contamination is about 6 days. So if they wouldn't have rushed the exam for BADA, I could have probably the window of contamination. They would have lost that window. So that's why they were pressuring so much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Monday it was a holiday in Costa Rica, so they couldn't send nobody. I actually sent this paperwork on Sunday at midnight, and they were doing the test on Tuesday at night, and that's why he came and he said it was weird that the petition was is in such a rush. This last year, I was able to find out that the window of exposure is actually a little one, and according to the rules and how the time that they should have gave me a notification and the days that I should have to wait for their exam and whatever, I would probably have been negative.
Man.
So all of those things happened. They took my belt. Then Joannes fought for it, and later on, Clarissa fought for the heavyweights. So it's just funny that Clarissa says, I gave her the opportunity to fight me, and she don't want to fight me, or I don't need to fight her because I already beat her. And if people think that fight is a beating, I think that people is lacking a little bit of street because that was a competitive fight. It was not a beating at all. And she I don't think I think she's not willing to really fight me because she knows the high risk that I represent. But her team have done everything that they have done because they know better.
Hey, that's what I
They
was
know
gonna say.
better.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna hold my question till the end because my question is all about Clarissa Shields and her dirty tactics. But I'm gonna look to the audience now.
Sure.
If y'all got any questions for Hannah, you can start putting them in the chat, or you could call in. No, you can't call in. Or can they call in? Yeah, you on the computer. You can call in, and Hannah probably can hear you when you
If
call
not,
in.
you can give me the questions because I'm unable to go into YouTube and watch on because if not, if I get out of
Oh yeah.
Instagram,
No,
I
you
won't be
probably
able
gonna
to
be able
see
to
you.
hear these people. Uh,
Okay.
hold on. I done forgot our call-in number, but y'all know it in the chat. It's 213. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, chat. 213-581-5111. That's 213-581-5111.
Let me show you a thing over here. All right, let me see if you can see it.
Hey, my puppy Roman, I got a rescue. But he's not,
Oh, really?
yeah, but so I'm familiar with that milk aspiration that you had to go through with the
It's
pug
because
nose.
they have brachiocephalic structure.
Uh-huh.
So they don't have the division where when they drink milk, it goes to their nose. So you have to pick them up and go like this to take it out
Every
so
two
that
hours.
it never reaches their lungs, because if it reaches their lungs, it's for sure that they will die.
We got a call, Hannah. I'm gonna see if we can hear him.
Go ahead, go ahead. Would
Call
it
on
be
the line.
Clarissa?
What's on your mind?
Yeah, I wanted to tell the old girl that she looking sexy as hell on the camera. I swear to God.
Yo, this is a married woman, man. They hung up. I'm
And
sorry about that.
I appreciate you. Thank
I'm
you so much.
I'm sorry about that, Hannah. We gotta take the good with the bad.
It's okay.
Hey,
No, no, not at all. I
hey,
never feel offended by that stuff. It's an honor, and
but while we
it's
wait
a
those
good
some
thing.
people to call Costa Rica. This is kind of what I've been saying since I've been interested in female boxing and now talking to you as far as training camps. I don't think it's equal as far as female competitors. Now, if you got a good promotion like MVP or whatever, but like independents like you, how you were saying that you and your husband and you had one other guy, you don't even remember his name no more, compared to these other people like you see them in Vegas with Floyd Mayweather's team. They got all these gyms, all this equipment, and then you got to show up just straight off of, like you said, you taking care of puppies, you doing everything else. These
Well, that
other
was for
fighters,
that
all
fight.
they
I
got
have
to do is concentrate on fighting. You have to concentrate on the family, dogs, and then the last minute you got to come show up and fight.
well, I've always been an athlete, and I was a champion for almost 15 years. So I have always been professional. I've always been able to show up well, and I always had a great training camp. But in the last years that I haven't been able to fight because I was the one that covered the training expenses.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have economic resources, I'm unable to have a training camp like that. But it doesn't mean that I don't have my training camp. And what I have learned um, after all of these years, I've been a boxer for almost 20 years now. I have truly dedicate myself to learn and to be the best that I can. And so right now, at this point that I have perfected and executed my craft, I don't even think it's a matter of training camp. The ring is my home. Today I'm able to do whatever I want when I want. And it's pretty sweet because it doesn't really depends anymore on a training camp. I only need conditioning, and I will be bringing a lot of trouble.
Call on the line. What's on your mind?
Hey, Mr. Skinny, it's Homebody.
Hey, what's good?
Hey, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm next to my computer while I'm watching this, so let me step away.
I
I
can
don't know.
hear
Can you
you.
hear me okay?
Oh, I can hear you.
We
I'm
can hear
dropping
you.
shit,
Okay,
but
I
I can
did
hear
have
you.
some questions for Hanna Gabriel.
You can hear her,
Tell me, my
Hannah?
dear.
Hannah, can you hear her?
Yes, I can hear. Tell
All
me,
right,
my
well,
dear.
tell Hannah what you want.
I just wanted to ask, how would you respond seeing a boxer, that was pulled out of the ring the way another fellow boxer was? Is that something that is taken seriously as boxers, or is that something to be laughed at the way we know who laughed at it? How would you react? Is what I wanted to ask.
How would I react to what? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Mr. Skinny, can you tell me what did she said? How would I react to what?
She said, you was asking her how she would react to what now?
I was asking her how would she react as a boxer, a professional boxer.
Uh-huh.
How would she react to seeing a fellow boxer being pulled out of the ring on a stretcher?
Okay, I got
Is
it.
that something that
Oh,
is
like what
taken
happened with
Yeah,
seriously
sedation.
as
right, right,
boxers,
right.
or how does she feel about that?
She basically saying, how do you feel about, what was your reaction to Shadeja Green, and would you had a went online and said the type of things that Clarissa Shields did?
Oh, no. Well, listen. Well, first of all, I have much respect for Shadesha and for Lenny. I wanted to fight Lenny. And we were going to fight. I believe that last year we were trying to, but a lot of things happened, and so we weren't able to. But if you're asking me how I feel about how Clarissa acted on that, I believe the only way to take away her power in that sense is to not pay her any mind. Um,
Right.
because at the end of the day, it is true that when we get in the ring, our life is on the line, but it is also true that we know it and we go in there, uh, you know, to try to make the best out of it. Sometimes we do it for the entertainment, but we are athletes and we are humble athletes. Most people don't think we are very bright, and the fights that we make are always to secure a future for ourselves and ours. So when you hear somebody like Clarissa expressing herself, you just see that is a situation that she has been allowed to do so for such a long time that she's unable right now to stop herself from doing stupid stuff.
Mm.
Um, but I believe that um, what should be more important now is to actually check the athletes if they're after the COVID vaccine. Many athletes go through those things, and it has a reason. So there should be a little more attention into athletes, and people should be sh- people should and need to keep calling Clarissa out when she does things like this, even if she don't wants to hear it, and even if she thinks it's
Okay.
not important, and even if she
I think
curses
I think
you
I
guys
heard
out.
the bulk of what she said. I was holding the phone close to my ear. This is for Mr. Skinny, not for you, Hannah. Mr. Skinny,
Okay.
we can hear you on the call in line, but Hannah's voice is very, very small. Like it
Oh,
sounds much better on the computer when she's speaking.
oh,
So I just wanted to give you that for your notes. So I
okay.
can hear you
Thank you so
perfectly, but
much.
she sounds
Okay.
very, very distant. I know she's in Costa Rica, and so that may be the reason why. But I'm gonna go back
Well,
and listen to this
well,
on the
yeah, we
computer
went
because it
through a
sounds
whole
better
lot
on
of
the computer.
difficulties on the back end, but we made this thing here happen.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. It's a live show.
But I appreciate you calling in.
Yes,
All
thank you
right,
for
I
asking
appreciate you
that
too.
question.
All right.
I was disappointed myself to see her act like that, but it was more important to focus on prayers for Shadesha, and she was able to get out of that situation, and now, um,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter what Clarissa says. I believe um, what we are planting today is what we will reap later, and Clarissa's been planting a little wrong. So she will get what she needs to get so that she can grow in life and be
What?
better.
Well, I'm gonna ask this here question before somebody else calls in. Will we see you fight again?
Yes.
You
Well, I'm
promise?
writing a different end. I want to fight in Costa Rica because I have tried. I actually wrote to Shadeisha. I have tried to fight Franchon. I spoke to Lenny.
Franchon, come
Um,
on now. Let us get that fight now.
with Franchon,
Yeah.
oh, it will not be a fair fight, my boy.
Franchon, let us get that fight. Hey, and another thing I
Oh,
wanted to ask you. You are, let me get this here right because I don't wanna you are billed at 5'6".
yes, I'm 5'6" or
But
5'7", something like that.
but your nickname is the La Amazonia.
The Amazon,
The
yes.
Amazon. Like mostly when you hear Amazon, you thinking of like 5'10".
The
Like, how
tall
did you get
ones,
that nickname?
I don't know. When I first started in Costa Rica, they try to call me Bumper. Like, I believe that's Alicia's Baumgartner father, right?
Bumper?
The Bumper, something like that. I don't know. There is a boxer that they used to call the Bumper,
Oh,
and they try to Costa Rica. They try to use that. They used to call me Bombardera Tica, and so I didn't like that. And somebody came up with the Amazon. I heard it, and I was like, yes, that's me. But it definitely has nothing to do with my height.
okay. And Clarissa Shields is called T-Rex, but if you do the study on the T-Rex, they got the shortest arms in the damn any dinosaur. And she don't hit that hard. I'm glad you have actually been in the ring with Clarissa Shields.
Not at all.
Did you feel
Not at
her
all.
hardest shot? Have you felt it?
I think I did felt it. She punched me. It was not that she would punch me hard, but because I was coming out and I was not planted in my feet. It the punch goes in. It looks more damaging.
Uh-huh.
It's a clean shot. So if I'm able to take her right hands where she's standing and I'm not even in balance and she's not hurting me, I think she might be powerful, but she's unable to deliver it when she fights
Okay.
because she gets too anxious. She goes, she's too anxious.
213-581-5111. That's 213-581-5111.
Hey, Mr. Skinny, did you hear Clarissa when she said that she beat up Lenny Daniels and that she beat up Franchon Cruz? And I did not see that. I saw her beat up Franchon, but the fact that she wasn't able to take out Franchon says a lot.
She
But
don't
with
take
Lenny,
nobody
she
out.
didn't even touch her.
She don't take
Lenny did a
nobody
good
out.
job. That's right.
That's why I call her Clarissa Pillow Hands Shield.
Yeah,
But
man.
she'll have all
I
this.
wish.
And here's another thing. She wants to be the face of women boxing and all that, but she's doing everything except boxing. She's running around with married men. She's in all of our DMs and in all of our comment sections on the troll accounts, trolling us, calling us broke, and all type of stuff like this. But she shows up to Franchon Cruz de Jeune, and they done rented some furs and some cars, and now she talking about she gave Franchon Cruz her biggest payday ever.
Well,
Franchon
you
said
know what
that's a
I
lie.
I found I found funny that Clarissa is so used to lie that that Frenchon touch her with the hat. You
Yeah,
have to be softer than soft for you to feel intimidated by that, and then to call a headbutt, to call that a headbutt, and then push her, and I always think that if anything that Clarissa does to people was done to her, if Franchon would have pushed her, Clarissa wouldn't she would probably have thrown the fight. And she
Right.
will, she will have a little bruise and she will walk like disabled. But Franchon went up there and she had all her legs bruised and all of these things. And I don't know if people have been into violent altercation,
Right.
but when you go through that, there's a lot of energy that you lose. You sometimes in the morning you can wake up with your body feeling hurting because there's so much adrenaline and stress. And I believe Franchon went through a lot before that fight. When I saw her getting in that ring, she was defeated. She was brokenhearted. She couldn't believe that Clarissa did that. And I could see in her face she gave up.
Yeah, it's always some
It was
BS
sad
around
to
a
see.
Clarissa Shields fight, man. I don't understand if it's the promotion. I don't understand why she doesn't fight MVP fighters. Maybe because Jake Paul and them not going for that BS.
Well, right now I decided that I was going to do my last fight in Costa Rica and let go on fighting Clarissa because it's clear that Clarissa is not going to fight me.
Right.
And they have tried everything not to, and I guess I have to move on. But it's not that I actually want to deal with their business people. It's not a safe place for anyone. And she will do what she does, and nobody. You know what was funny on that fight against Franchon? When she pushed Franchon, you can see all security going against Franchon, and there was like 2 or 3 people on Franchon's side, and it was all security pushing Franchon and just moving her back. And this Clarissa's side, which was full of people, it was nothing. So you can see that if you think about being Franchon, trying to be empathetic and think how that went, it's just not good. It's not safe. It's not professional. It's dangerous. And the weirdest thing about it is that somehow
Hold
Clarissa
on a
is
minute.
able to make people overlook all of these things and just be like, oh, if she apologizes, then she's the bigger person. She's great. She's a girls. When everything else that she does
Hey, can you
goes
hear me?
against that idea.
Call on the line. What's on your mind?
Hey, I was wondering how much does she want to fight Clarissa?
Should I?
How much do I want?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like how much money, because I know she stated before it's like 65,000, and then she had like the 40% that
She'll
she had to
answer
take
that.
off for like training camp and
Well,
all
I'm
that.
not taking less.
But I know
I
like her
told them
last
last
fight,
year.
Clarissa was like 8 million, so it's a huge step up with the pay. And I'm just wondering like, what is her minimum number that she's looking at? Because I think it's good for us to get that number out there, so Clarissa knows.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I told them last year when they offered me
Can you hear me?
65K that yes, I'm able to hear you. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Well, I think he's not able to hear me, Mr. Skinny. Maybe you can answer for him, but tell him that last year that they offered me 65K, I told them that I was not going to take less than the 100K that she offered out of her pocket to anyone. But after I decided that I was not interested, no, I was no longer interested on trying to
Yeah, I
get
can
a
hear
fight
you.
from Clarissa
No,
since all
I
of the
can hear
mess
you.
that
Can
she's
you
been
hear me?
doing. Yes, I'm able to hear you. I wish I at least will make $500,000 on that fight if it
Yes,
was fair.
sir. That fight won't happen. She ain't got it.
But you know what? On if you see the press conference, the post fight press conference of the 2023 event where I should have fought her, Mark Taffet, which was her manager at the
I'm
time,
hanging up. The
actually
connection's bad.
Okay.
actually told everybody that that night was the night that Clarissa broke her ceiling. So they made good money out of that fight without, running the risk to fight me. And I
Right.
remember when people they told me about that they told me that the fight was off 10 days before the fight. But people in my country will call me and they will say, Hanna, we are so happy. We see that you're still fighting. And it was because the fight was still being shared as
Advertised.
they were advertising the fight as if I was still fighting because they knew that nobody wanted to see the Cornejo fight. And I believe there was it was supposed to be a full house, and there was supposedly 15,000 or 16,000 people already bought the tickets, but only 11,000 people showed up. So about 4,000 people, when they found out that I was not fighting, did not go. And I had a lot of people coming into my inbox very upset. They were like, "Oh, you a cheater," and I paid my tickets and my hotel because I thought that you were cool. And
It
I
ain't my fault.
actually, Mr. Skinny, in that paperwork that I sent you some screenshots of the BADA website, and they are very clear that on why these things are done, why it's important. And there is a part that says that it is very important for the athlete to know these things because it could end up messing their career and
Right.
their
Reputation.
persona,
Yeah.
right? That they know the gravity. Gravity? No, gravity is gravedad. They know how deep and profound this thing goes to the athlete and how it affects him. So it's just sad to see that the people that I thought that respect me and my family and my
Right.
career did what they did to get me out of the way. They didn't even give me the opportunity to fight her when I should have. And then when I came down to the other opportunity, they just used that situation with my dogs as the easiest way to get
So
me
let
out
me
of the
so let me ask you this
get
because
me out of the way.
different commissions test for different things. So
Mm-hmm.
like what you got popped for, is that like illegal in all of them?
Uh, I don't know. I believe it's just BADA, but because there's let's see, on that event, BADA was the company that was in charge of the doping testing. So BADA, let's say BADA does not punish marijuana, but the local commission might. So that's what happened with Clarissa. She
Okay.
tested positive with marijuana, but VADA doesn't punish marijuana. But the commission, maybe they do punish it, and so they probably didn't, didn't get into an agreement, and probably the commission was like, no, our decision is also important, and so that's how that thing came up. But usually, when people go through BADA, it doesn't matter if they smoke weed. It doesn't.
Right.
It's not a punishment for them.
213-581-5111. That's 213-581-5111. Um, you want your last fight to be in Costa Rica. You are 42. You are in shape. You're 43 now. Yeah, I'm gonna be 53 this year. So yeah, you was born in '83. I'm born in
That's right.
73. You're gonna be 43, and I've heard Clarissa Shields refer to you as old and all type of stuff like that before. Um, what do you think the outcome is gonna be? Do you really think? I don't think Clarissa Shields really wants to box. I think she wants to be like on Love and Hip Hop or something like that. Do you really think that she's gonna? She says she has a 5-fight deal for $8 million, $3 million signing bonus. Do you think she's gonna fulfill that contract? Because she's talking about getting pregnant by married men and all types of shit.
It doesn't really matter if she gets pregnant, because in those contracts, they just get free stuff. Like if she stops fighting for 3 years and
Uh
she comes back,
huh.
the promoter or whoever has the contract is gonna start the contract that day.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if she wastes time in whatever, that time she has to still make
She
it.
has to fulfill those fights. Okay, okay.
But I once was pregnant, right? I had my daughter 12 years ago, and I was training 40 days after my C-section.
Dang.
Hold on, give me a second because my phone is about to turn off. Hold on. Okay, now let's.
Hanna Gabriels, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shy. 213-581-5111. Clarissa, I bet you your bad ass won't fake call in now. I'm just over here. We're probably going to have to call back. We're probably going to have to call back. But until then, until her phone heats up, hey, I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of emotional listening to this here story. Like, I don't know how much of the story that y'all know, but I mean, to hear this stuff, the lady's training in Costa Rica. She got her husband training her. She's taking care of dogs. All of that. 30,000. She only gets 40% of that. Appreciate that, Dr. B. And appreciate somebody had dropped off some trophies. Appreciate that as well. Appreciate that support. It's y'all support that keeps stuff like this here going on. And that's the part of like women not getting the same benefits as the men counterparts in their sport. It ain't always about the money, but it's basically all about like the time and the preparation and stuff that you need to be great at what you do. Can you imagine that, man? You got to train. I can't imagine it, bro. I ain't even gonna say that like that I could do it. Like I could go sit there and train, get off of training, have to take care of dogs for 12 hours. Have to be she has to take care of dogs. She has to be a mom. She has to be a wife. She has to train. She's out of the country. Then she has to get on the plane and fight. That's wild. Compared to the people that's already in the States. Like MVP fighters, I see that they basically got their shit together. But independent fighters, like even Clarissa Shields, she talking about, oh, yo, I got my own gloves and shit. Like, bruh, call on the line. What's on your mind?
Hey, I think she could get that fight with Clarissa But what she got to do is she got to hire somebody to do her, like, Instagram, memes. She has to do, like, stories, like animation with her beating Clarissa, something to get underneath Clarissa's skin and get the public, paying attention to her.
Right.
So she definitely got to do some stuff, man. She got to do like little short stories, like, maybe a little animation of the uppercut she gave Clarissa and make it look dramatic where her head flew off. She got to do that stuff. She can get the fight.
Basically, you saying she got to take it to
get Clarissa's attention.
Basically, you saying she got to take it to social media.
Yeah, she's got to tease her because Clarissa is sensitive. You know what I mean? So
right.
Anything you say about her, she's sensitive. So she just got to get underneath her skin. She got to figure out a way to use social media for that and just focus on that. And she could get that check for $500,000 easy.
Hey, Clarissa a fool, but she ain't a damn fool. She'll argue with you back and forth on the internet, but she ain't gonna get inside that ring.
Yeah, that's all you need is for her to argue with you. And then peer pressure is going to come from, other folks. Like, yo, you know what I mean? And she's going to have to take the fight.
That's why I don't know why she's scared to take the Amanda Serrano fight. If she's talking about money.
Yeah, Amanda Serrano's, the way to get Clarissa to sign that deal is you got to fuck with her. Like 50 Cent fuck with a papoose. You know what I mean? Like, you got to fuck with her and get her mad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you got to do it. Because she ain't going to take no real fight unless you fuck with her.
Right.
So, I know she could get the fight with her, but she's got to fuck with her. She's got to hire some internet people, do some memes, do some AI with her knocking her out.
Appreciate that,
and get
TT.
that motion.
And she don't even have to hire nobody. She can use me, shit.
Yeah, exactly. So holler at her, man, and let her know I'm gonna go all out and do. Actually, yeah, Skinny, you're right, because you can use your YouTube,
right?
And you can.
Hey, Clarissa, listening to you now. Like the chat say she out there.
Yeah, I'd be like, we're gonna piss Clarissa.
Yeah, Clarissa, take a real fight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You could go hard for like a month.
Right.
Just, you know what I mean? And be like, yo, just give me 2% of the fight if it happens, because I'm going to push it, and everybody going to talk about it. Because you spend a lot of your time talking about Clarissa ain't shit, and she's dealing with the married man.
Right, man.
Everybody heard that. But now you can focus your attention on trying to make this fight.
Yeah, making a real fight. Like.
Yeah, and you can get paid out of it too, man. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate you calling, man.
Just let her know. Let her know, man. Be like, look, I'm going to use my platform with all my viewers, and I'm going to get you this fight. I only want 2%. You know what I mean? If the fight happens. Because everybody go to you about the Clarissa stuff, man. So you can make the fight happen and make some money, dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't charge her, man. Hey, do you see how much stuff she got to go through, man?
Man, you tripping. If you make that fight, no, everybody going to eat. And you're going to be sitting there looking stupid. Like, damn, I didn't even get nothing. Nah, fuck that. But, yeah, just mention it casually. Be like, look, if it happens, just throw me some bones. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, because if you make that fight, man, niggas, everybody going to eat. Because a lot of people going to make money betting on her, because the underdog is going to be her.
Right.
And if she end up winning, like she said, it ain't going to go 12 rounds. I believe her. I believe her, man, because she said she's training people. And when you're training people, you're dealing with people who are hungry.
Right.
So you ain't in the ring fucking no, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm training. No, I'm training other people. So, yeah, man, I put my money on her. for real. And it's an easy bet. She don't make it 12 rounds. That's an easy bet.
Yeah, she not gonna make it
You know?
12 rounds. Appreciate you, TT. Appreciate you, blessed Anita.
Hey, man. Hey, dog. You stopped showing your shoes, man. You used to show all your sneakers and shit, man. Whatever happened?
Yeah, man, that was in my early days, man, of YouTube. Ain't nothing. I still got them. I'll show up here every now and then, man, but, hey.
Yeah, you got to make a video with the shoes, man. That was
I'll
shit.
update my
Back in the
sneaker
day,
collection.
I'm old school, man. You had all the sneakers.
I was actually talking to, I was complimenting Amanda Serrano on her sneaker collection. She got a collection, too.
Okay. No doubt. Yeah, that probably won't happen, man, because Amanda's not getting underneath her skin. Amanda's chilling, you know.
You know why? Because Amanda's rich.
And Jake Paul, yeah, he ain't trying to deal with Clarissa anyways. You know that nigga racist.
Yeah,
anyway.
man, Amanda got
But
real money. See, let me tell you something, man. It's some motherfucking shit in the game. I just ain't put my finger on it, but everything around the Clarissa Shields fight always has some shady shit going on since she done been with Papoose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jake Paul, he ain't gonna let Amanda fight her, man. He don't want to put no money in Clarissa's pocket. You know what I mean? So that ain't gonna happen.
He gonna make sure it's fair though.
Nah, because he don't want to deal with Papoose. He don't want to deal with Clarissa. He don't want to deal with all that drama. He got enough shit with after Joshua Anthony broke his jaw, man. He trying to just make his money the way he want. He ain't trying to invite none of that other shit. You know what I mean? He would never do that fight.
True.
Yeah.
You think I believe he would do the Bumgardner fight.
Okay. I can see that.
I think he would do. I think he would do the Katie Taylor or the Amanda Serrano fight.
Yeah, he'll do all that, but he ain't doing Clarissa.
Man, Clarissa don't want to fight.
Yeah. Now I feel you, man. You know, hey, you gotta play as smart like Mayweather.
Man, she'll be
you know what I mean? Mayweather called the joint. I mean, the thing is, man, the job they got is actually fighting. You know what I mean? So I don't blame Clarissa for not wanting to fight. If she could get easy money, that's what it's about, man. Get that money. You know,
but I'm saying though, get the money.
Almost die.
Get the money, but
you know what I mean.
But pick some good fights though.
If you don't have to, then don't do it. You know what I mean. But the only way to get Clarissa to fight the real fights is that person got to talk shit. You can't just sit back. Clarissa's easy to trigger. You just got to get underneath her skin. That's it.
Clarissa Shields is a clown.
She is so easy to trigger, man. I ain't never seen
nobody who want to be rich so bad but do broke people shit.
I ain't never seen somebody on her status be on regular Instagram and all that, letting comments bother her. I ain't never seen that with nobody. Not even, you know what I mean? Like her status, you ain't even supposed to let little shit get underneath you. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you can have a nigga that work at Dunkin' Donuts post something like Clarissa Shields ain't shit. And she gonna make a whole post about it. Yeah, you the one that said, no, that one lady in the car. You're the one that said, I have ugly girl syndrome. Like, why are you paying attention to all this
Right,
stuff,
why
man?
you even got time to...
nothing like that.
Man, Clarissa Shields.
That's what I'm saying. The girl can get the fight. She just got to get underneath Clarissa's skin. And that's easy to do. Because I want her to get paid. You know what I mean? I don't like that she got paid $50,000 and
right.
That is bullshit. I want her to fight Clarissa.
Shields got the wrong people,
but she got to put in work. She got to put in work. She got to get underneath her skin. They're not just going to come to her and do it. You got to piss Clarissa off and get people talking.
Clarissa Shields got the wrong people around her, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't nobody
You
say
back.
nothing to her. Can't nobody say nothing to her. She's one of them people, man. I made it here by myself. You know what I mean? Her family don't like her. You know, she's just a really evil person, man.
Yeah, she's not a
just
good
not
person,
cool.
man.
She's not a good person at all, man. Her personality, she's not good people's, man.
Yeah, she's not a
good
good
people.
person.
You know,
Hey,
and it
appreciate
sucks,
that,
man.
Dr. B.
Yeah, she's not humble, man. She says she's humble, and then I don't know, man. She's just yeah, she's erratic, man. She's I don't know.
I can't
I
hear
can't
you.
explain it, man. Yeah, she's like a red-nosed pit bull. That's how you know what I mean? She's always on go mode. Attack, attack, attack.
True.
She need to smoke some weed. She need to start smoking weed and chill out and lower her blood pressure. You know what I mean? She need to just chill out a little bit.
Clarissa's a clown.
Yeah, man. She need to just chill out, smoke some weed, man, and she'll be all right, man. She look at the world in a whole other place. But right now, man, she feel like the whole world is against her, but she don't realize it's her attitude. You know? You got to be chill, man. You ain't got to always be on solo, like, you know, always mad at everybody and always explaining yourself. And she just has so much anger inside of her. And I think if Papoose ever did try to leave, she will fuck that nigga up.
I just
You know
think
what I
he's
mean? I think
she's a straight clown.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I think she got too much anger inside of her, man. She got to deal with.
Shoot, you'll be angry too. You'll be angry too if you was the product of crack.
Yeah, and I don't blame her, but she's missing so much endorsements, man. I mean, you got Simone Biles, the Olympic girl, the one that's real short that was killing the Olympics. She was on Wheaties. She was on all types of stuff, man. Clarissa don't even got a box no more. She can live off of endorsements, but nobody want to endorse her because she's too angry. I'm like, yo, if you want to be that angry, then you need to change your whole personality, and she need to come out with a joint like, what's that chick from Conan the Barbarian, the black chick, Grace Jones. You know what I mean? Come out like Grace Jones and be like, I'm an evil villain, and play that. You know what I mean? And you'll get paid and endorsements, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
hey, but I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm over here chilling, man. You know what I mean? Show love. It's all good, man.
All right, bro.
All right, man. One.
We got Hanna back with us. She went off screen for a minute. I don't know if she's getting her mic right, but Miss Anita got a question. Can you hear me?
I am right here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, Miss Anita got a question. She said,
yes, I'm able to hear you.
She said, have you gotten in contact with MVP, and can you sign with them if you want?
Well, I don't think, I think that if that would have been a possibility, it would have happened already. But I believe that the doping situation and everything that happened just seems to be a problematic territory for most promoters. I heard at some point that somebody said that I was difficult, which is not true. I have been a champion for many years, and I've always showed up as the professional that I am. But after the doping situation, you know, and especially how things were done, because I have been approached to be given opportunities in exchange of me shutting up. And I don't believe that.
Damn.
I don't believe that is the way to go, because I truly believe that what I have gone through has to serve others. I believe that everything that happened to me is the evidence
Right.
that boxers are not truly safe when the interest and the benefits of some people are in the line. So
See, cause
I have rather
from the
not take.
outside looking in at your situation, I'm I kind of feel like you suffered a lot from bad representation. Like you didn't have
Yeah,
nobody fighting for you on your side as hard as people was pushing against you. And it hurts because you got into the sport late and you over exceeded everything that you
I
thought.
don't think I don't think there's.
You don't think what?
But I don't think anybody has that much strength to fight against Clarissa's structure. I believe that it doesn't matter who the team is. It's very difficult to fight against Clarissa's structure.
Okay.
And people actually believe what she says. Like she contradicts herself all the time, but she keeps the narrative alive. And is I think that opportunities, if there would be any opportunity, it has showed up already, and it hasn't. And I'm tired of waiting, and I'm tired. I have done everything that is in my hands, everything possible to be ready, to be there, to be not to be easy to work with, and it's
Right.
still nothing has happened. So
I mean,
I don't have a lot
goddamn,
of
how can
hopes
they
up.
say that you hard to work with and you flying in out the country, you flying in, you done had to take care of dogs, you done had to been a mama, you done had to do all this, and you flying in for $50,000 just to get told at the last minute while they still using your name and likeness to promote this fight. So they do owe you some money for that. But you hard to work with. Okay.
Yeah, it's
But
difficult,
Logan
but
Paul is
like I
still
said,
telling Floyd that Floyd owes him money for promoting the fight with his likeness, and he didn't even get his part of the damn endorsement, the
oh,
advertising
you
fee.
know what? One day somebody asked me, why I haven't sent a cease and desist to Clarissa, and I said, well, those things are only done for people that has money to waste it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even spend no money on that because it
Right,
doesn't
a
really
cease and
matter what
desist don't mean
Clarissa really
shit.
says. Don't mean nothing. And I personally spoke to Clarissa and I showed her the evidence and I told her, I never cheated, but she don't care. She keeps the narrative alive, and I understand it's convenient, but that would
Man,
be
I just wish that. See, it's all right to be cocky. I ain't got nothing against Clarissa Shields talking shit, but what she doesn't realize is the way that you treat people goes a long way in business. Like you can still be a boxer and be professional and make sure your team is running business. Like you got record executives around you. You don't have no boxing people around you. All
yeah,
Salita do
and
is
it
come
just
around with
seems.
that little small hat and act like he goddamn doing some shit.
No, I believe that people is starting to see, especially the boxing community, that working with Clarissa is not even a flex anymore. That's why I am so proud of the MVP and all of the women that are there and their deal, the 100 million deal and all of that, because that is going to be uh, a life changing for many women. And it's just I'm late in the game and I'm on my way out. And it's unfortunate I wasn't able to take advantage of those opportunities, but I'm also okay with being part of the process. Clarissa, one of these days, she said that she has done all the heavy lifting and all of us just wants to take advantage of that. And I was a professional since 2007, and I became champion in 2011 for the belt that we were supposed to fight against each other. So before she even became an Olympic champion, I was already a champion. And all of the women that have gotten into boxing have made their thing, and they have made their heavy lifting, and we have been paid peanuts, and we still love this game. And even though I'm a mom, this is a life that I chose, and I have always been able to do everything at once. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have my babies, and I have all of these things to do. But I'm an organized person, and I'm an athlete, and I have worked with excellence for many years. So yeah, it may be the situations and the conditions are different, but I can assure you that I have done my job well, and I have done it with the most respect and love that I have had. And if that means that I'm walking away without fighting the fight that I think that should happen, should have had happen, um, that's still okay. If I'm able to get out there all of this information, and I can prevent other colleagues to go through what I went through.
So let me ask you, do you have like any like fundraisers or organizations or any like links that people that would like want to support you as far as like training or getting prepared for your fights and stuff?
I am going to open a YouTube channel to train. Just boxing is what I am, and I figured that since I love it so much, I'm gonna still go into training, and maybe make a YouTube channel where people can become members and pay a couple of dollars and train with me. And it's just a way for me to give a little closure to all of this. They can never stop me from being who I am. I I have made boxing my home, and there's no way that they can take that away from me.
Are you the
They have
only
taken a lot,
champion ever from
but
Costa
not that.
Rica?
I'm the first world boxing champion of the history of Costa Rica, and there's also another. My husband was the first world boxing male champion of Costa Rica, and right now there is another champion. I believe she is originally from Nicaragua, but she grew up in Costa Rica, and she is representing the country well.
Okay. Let me see. In the
And look, this is the guy that fuck us up. Fuck us up on 2023. He's the daddy. He's the daddy of all the babies.
I'm looking, man. They say Clarence is lazy. Skinny, tell her you can promote and help her get out through your channel. Oh, she already know that. Yeah, she already know that, bless.
No, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that is around here. I know that this might be boring in a sense, but
No,
to
I'm
be given the
enjoying it because
opportunity.
like people really need to hear this type of stuff because they think that um we get over here and have some type of like Clarissa Shields bashing party. But like you said, her machine is so strong. Like people need to speak out and know. Like it's like a whole bunch of people that you don't know that
She's
she
even
attacks
canceling
them.
YouTube channels.
Yeah, she attacks them, and then she'll tell them that she blocks them, and then she comes back in troll accounts and trolls them and their family and talks noise and stuff about them. It's bad. The amount of time that she spends doing that. And that's why I was like, yo, you have to be cherry picking your fights because the only thing you got going for you is that you undefeated.
Yeah,
Once
and
that's
that's what
wiped out,
she says.
you's a clown.
Yeah,
Bless
and
Fanita, Bless Fanita
I believe her
says,
antics is getting her in trouble.
do you have a cash app?
I do not, but I do not know how that works. I am not very brilliant with technology, so I'm gonna find out. But
When you
just
do, just
thank you
let us know.
for
Because
thank you so much.
it's people probably like me that's out there that they wanna support, man, because like yo, it's hard to hear your story. You've been on
A
the
cash app
shelf.
is like PayPal.
Hmm?
A cash app is like PayPal because I do have a PayPal.
Yeah, it's like a PayPal, yeah. Yeah, if you
Okay,
got a PayPal,
I'll
that's
find
cool.
out.
Yeah, if you got a PayPal,
I
you're not in the chat, I would tell you to post it.
I will send it to you and maybe you can share it.
All right.
I think you guys find me as Hanna Gabriels as well, just Hanna Gabriel.
Hanna Gabriels, PayPal.
Yeah, well, let me find it. Let me see if I can. Oh no, because I can get out of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because then, but
We'll find
I'll
it
find it out.
like
And
you say, we'll find it and it'll be in the description at the end of this here
yes, I
video.
just
So
want
when
to
you
thank
see
you
it,
all
it'll be there.
for allowing me the opportunity to speak up and to speak my truth and just to give me the benefit of the doubt because for a long time nobody wanted to listen.
Wow.
And part of that is how strong Clarissa spreads the narrative, you know, and
Yeah,
now
see
that
over here I don't have
everything
no
that's been
ties.
going on with her,
Over here I don't have no ties to nobody.
yeah.
I'm just soft on you, um, Amanda and Layla. But I don't hold no allegiances to nobody though. Like
No,
anybody can come
and it
over here.
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I believe that, you know, opinions have to be had and we can all think differently. And that doesn't mean that we are enemies. But Clarissa does have this thing that she wants everybody to agree with what she says. And she wants everybody to not only believe it, but she wants us to set the same standards that she has for a lot of things. And I believe we're grown and there's a lot of things that are not right. And she will have to learn the
Miss
hard
Lady
way,
T, if
her
you
own
know it,
way.
put it in the chat for us. Appreciate it. Miss Lady T, she know your PayPal. I'm gonna get her to put it in the chat.
Ah, great. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do my YouTube channel and
So
whoever
when you think you're
wants,
gonna have
you
your
know,
YouTube channel up and running?
in about 2 or 3 weeks.
That'll be good. And then make sure you get it out on Instagram.
Yes, it's gonna be a silent kind of channel, just for people to come on and train with me and just hit the bag and maybe we can um, uh, get some stress out. And with everything that has happened, there's something in me that feels like, well, I feel like with my hands tied, right? And so I figure that even if they are blocking me to fight where I should be fighting, they can never stop me from doing what I am and from still perfectioning more my craft. Because it doesn't matter if I'm 43 and they say I'm old. I have always been old for this game. I started too late, and the Lord has blessed me with great genetics, and He has blessed me with a life of competitions and all of these training camps and all of these things that I have learned, and that this is just who I am.
I
If I
think
don't get the opportunity to fight her, that's okay. But if I ever do, you have to know she's in trouble.
I think
She
your
is.
last fight should be against Fran Sean in Costa Rica.
It's not a fair fight, Mr.
But that'll
Skinny.
be a
I'm
good
telling
draw,
you.
though. That'll be a good draw because, hey, because Fran Sean is always talking about how she old.
Well, she has talked about how she gonna stomp and thump on me.
Uh-huh.
And I said to her, that's not enough. That's not gonna be enough. Not with me.
I
Not at
think I could
all.
definitely make that fight happen. I'm gonna let Fran Sean know that it's not fair. It's not gonna
Well,
be
I
fair.
tried. Last year, she was mad because they said that there were $80,000 for the purses of each for both of us. So they offered me 50K, and then she was not having it because she had the belts. So they came back to me and they say that because she had the bills, she had to make more. And I said, well, we already make a negotiation. You already said 50. I'm not doing a negotiation again. So they said that they were not going to fight. When I won the fight, they came back to me to offer me 20K. And I said, no, no, no.
No.
50K is what we agreed. And then they came back and they say, well, you have to understand, Franchon does not sell a lot and all of these things. And then I said, well, I'm still your best option. It's not my fault
Yeah,
that
that
she
ain't
is
your
not a
fault.
great boxer. She is a great artist. She is a great artist. She is a true professional. She is willing to do and go beyond with work, and she's pretty cool. I like her a lot. But in boxing wise, she doesn't even have balance.
So let
And
me ask you
that
this.
is going to be a big problem with me because I'm going to take advantage of that and put her on her ass very quick.
Yeah. Hey, how hard is it for you to put somebody on their ass? Because like I was looking at your last 3 fights and you got I think TKOs. Yeah, but how hard is it is it the 2 minutes that makes it more difficult for you to get somebody up out of there?
It was the 2 minutes, but not anymore. Because I
And have
have,
you seen this here
okay,
woman here fight? Her name is Manelis Blanco, and she's 7-0 with 7 knockouts. Heavyweight.
no, I haven't seen her.
I haven't either, but I ain't heard Clarissa talking about her. She's supposed to be the number 5th. She the 5th ranked heavyweight.
Well, she's gonna say it because she has 2 little fights, but she fought Perkins when she had 5 fights,
She got the
right?
same amount of fights Perkins got, 7 fights. Perkins
Right
6 and
now,
1,
but when
she's 7 and
when
0.
they fought, she was 5,
But see,
I
Perkins
believe.
is her little lapdog now, so she'll probably get Perkins to fight her first.
That's not a fight that I would like to see.
Man, we don't get the fights that we like to see. See, maybe you should be a promoter.
I don't have the heart to mess up with people's futures.
Yeah, maybe you should be a promoter.
No,
But we definitely are going to be keeping our eyes on you in that fight in Costa
thank
Rica.
you.
I'm trying to see. Um,
Well, if the only way that I will fight Clarissa, and I always tell people the the reason why I have decided to move on is because even if I fight Clarissa, I wouldn't mind to fight Clarissa without a referee. I
hey,
don't mind that. Leave us alone in there together and we'll fix it all. But um, I will have to go under the supervision and under the authority of the same people that has already done wrong to me. So this is a matter of dignity today. I was always willing to fight her at any cost. Today,
it's
it's about
dignity.
dignity. So if they don't offer me the right money, I don't even think it's worthy to put myself in that position because they will find a way to fuck this up.
Yeah.
And I have gone through a lot already, and I know that they will not do right. But if the money is right, I'll win that fight anywhere.
So let me ask you this: the first time y'all fought, did you have any fear that she was gonna try to take your husband?
And not at all.
Because she's really not to be
Not at
trusted
all.
around uh, men that's taken.
Well, I believe that uh, the person that has the commitment is the one that is the one that is not trusted, because Clarissa in her position, she ignores a lot of things that we grown-ups and married people know about, and we know that those behaviors and those things that are important to them today are not important in the long run. People get tired of those things, and to be able to keep in a relationship for many years. My husband and I will turn 14 years this year
Congratulations on
married.
that.
Thank you. And it's been difficult. We have had moments where we want to end it all, but it is definitely. It doesn't matter if where we end up. My husband and I, we are great friends, and our loyalty remains. And especially, we never want to hurt each other. We want to make sure that um, we are bringing the best to each other, even if it is not enough for the other person, and that is important. And it doesn't seem to be the culture, that type of culture in those type of relationships, especially if she is trying to convince people and she is unable to identify what's happening really in front of her. I believe she's sprung. She's sprung. That's the word.
Yeah,
Sprung.
yeah.
And
Off a married man, yeah.
her love is very, very big for him, but she just doesn't have the maturity to understand that those things are um, those things don't hold anything together. And the other day, I saw her treating her niece or like her family, like in the pool. She was not treating them right. She was in, I think she was in the phone, and she was not even paying attention to them. And when you want to become a mom, especially kids in the pool, you don't even have to have your phone. It's very dangerous. And I think that she should focus. If she truly want those things, she needs to get her things in order. She needs to get Papoose to give her the respect that she deserves and that she's been looking for. Um, but it is unfortunate that her antics and her behavior is taken away from what she has done. I don't believe she's the greatest woman of all time. A woman is a word that embraces too much. And what she is projecting, where she's portraying, has nothing to do with a great woman. So she might be a great boxer on paper, like they said, but there's many other boxers that are more skilled, that are humble enough, and that are great enough to put their gifts into the service of others, like Amanda and all of them. So, you know, she will keep saying it because she's trying to convince herself as well as us.
She want to be a wife bad, but she don't never be trying to go out and find a single man.
Well, a wife is a true gift from the Lord, and a husband that is able to be a husband is a true gift from the Lord. And I don't see those two people's um, being able to embrace what it takes to have a relationship like that. But whatever is happening is working for them at the moment, not
Right.
in terms of money wise and all of these things, but whatever is going on is enough for them.
Man, she
And
deserved to get
it
her
is just sad
ass
to see.
kicked. Man, she need her ass kicked. She walking around here with somebody else's husband name tattooed on her and act like it's really the thing to be doing.
Yeah. But that's like I said, is when people do not call on. I've seen a couple of interviews where I see her lying, and people don't even say nothing about it. So, unfortunately, part of growing is people calling you out and you accepting the mistakes, accepting the wrongdoings, accepting the bad attitude and correct it. And she's nowhere near to accomplish any of those things, which only means that she will be stuck in this season of her life for a while. I really, really just hope that the Lord is able to touch her heart so that she can
Mm.
uh, save her career and for her to be able to do what she wants to do because she truly wants to be a role model. She
No, no,
just
no, she
needs to
don't.
become
No, no,
one.
no, 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 she
No,
don't.
but she needs to. She wants to because that's. I mean, there's a difference of wanting to be and doing what it needs to be done to be that,
You're
right?
right.
So she wants that, but she is unable to understand that just because you were able to win a couple of gold medals in the Olympics doesn't give you a pass to do all of these things.
Well, she is that. She's a role model to the chicks that she wants to be a role model to. She a role model to them hot girl summer chicks. That's what we call them over here.
Oh man. Well,
You see, she
I
got
just want
that
to
used
say,
Corvette, and then she talking about I'm gonna be outside. It's a hot summer. I'm like, yo, you ain't training. You got some more fights to crank out, man.
well, I will say this. It is always sad to me to watch a woman go that route in many ways
Damn.
because um, I believe that we women, when we are kids, I'm a self defense, I'm an empowerment and self defense instructor for women and for kids. And so there is a lot of uh, problems that goes around the teenagers and the preteens and when you're a child, and a lot of people take advantage of those things, and you grow up uh, thinking that life is this thing, right? um, so the lack of tools to deal with life, and the fact that I believe that Clarissa has gone this far because somebody has always gave her the benefit of the doubt. A year ago, when I came to these YouTube streets and I started to see you guys, and I will come and watch, and then I will disappear and everything, but I always saw people supporting her. They were all always watching for her. They did not agree with her. They were mad at her. They were disappointed at her. But I have the main narrative is we want her to do right. We want her to get out of this. We want her to focus in her thing, right? And so in the depth of everything, people still care. And I don't think I have ever seen an athlete that has done so much damage to herself to still get so much love and care, you know? And I
Yeah,
think that she's unable to be appreciative of these things. And it's sad because she
you
does
hit the
have the
nail on the
blessing of the
head. She
Lord
don't know how to
onto
be
her.
loved.
And that is sad. I
Yeah,
truly
that's
hope that
sad.
that that she finds that and that she's able to look back And even because I have looked back and I have felt embarrassed about certain things, but I know that I'm a new creature. And I know that by me doing right, it doesn't erase a lot of things, but I won't do it again. I won't harm anybody. I won't, it's about integrity today. It's about what I'm able to leave to my daughter, because in the midst of all of these things, people don't understand that the legacy of my daughter has been destroyed. It was really, really tough 3 years ago when she was a toddler to explain to her why things went through the way they went through, even though I was fair, even though I didn't lie, even though I didn't cheat, right? To explain to a toddler why life is unjust, even if you do things right, is not an easy thing to do. You have to bring perspective, and you have to be able to care for their emotions so that you don't make them resentful of the world and the things that happen, and so that you can give her a perspective of, even though things happen like this, there's always something to learn. There's a purpose and there is a mission, and whatever it is, I have to embrace it. And I have had discovery through the years. I know that the Lord has a purpose, and even though this experience wasn't enjoyable at all, um, I have accomplished a lot, and I'm pretty proud of everything that has been done for his uh, um, for him to like it.
T-Rex claims she like the Lord, but she be doing other stuff though. She
Yeah,
pick and choose
it
what part of the
happens when you
Lord
think.
she like.
It happens. It says, the Bible says that the men always trust that their path is the correct one, right? I don't know how to say it in English, but our opinion, our way of seeing life is always wrong in front of the Lord's eyes, because we are always being wrong about something, having a bad intention about something, not a clean, pure intention about things. So um, I truly hope that she finds the Lord, because I do know that the most that the most you plant like that, the more you will sow. So
You might get
I
that fight now.
truly hope
You done talked
that she
about,
start planting
you done
differently
called her
soon.
man Remy's husband, and you done said you hope she find the Lord. Yeah, you might get that fight now. I can see her now. She gonna go on
Oh,
social media and be like, how
I hope
dare
so.
Hanna Gabriels, she brought herself on somebody I don't even know's platform and had the nerve to say she hoped that
Well,
I
guess
find the
what?
Lord.
She called out Layla, right? She called out Layla. I have called her out many times. She don't want to fight me. That's okay. But if she wants me to shut up, tell her to come and shut me up.
Ah,
I am willing.
hey, she be calling out
There's
Layla on
nothing
some.
I want more.
She don't really want Layla for real.
But that's just because Layla is Layla. I mean, in every one of the championships, you can find Layla's picture. And I'm sure that she wants that position. But it's just like, I don't even understand why she feels the need to overshadow somebody that came way before her,
Right.
that like Layla's story is all about self building, about moving away from everything that her dad left her in terms of his name and everything. She always walked away from it, but she has also embraced it, like, proudly, as she should, because we parents do everything that we do so that we can leave a legacy, and hopefully our kids, our sons and daughters, are able to take advantage of it. But for her to come here and try to shame her for being the daughter of a legend that we all admire dearly is ridiculous, because we know if she would have been the daughter,
Mhm.
that would be another thing that she wouldn't shut up about. And it's just sad that she feels the need to um, be the only one. We are all special. We all bring something to the table, and we are all part of women's boxing history. And hopefully in 10, 20, 30 years, I'll be alive and I'll be able to see great things that I wasn't able to see in my times, right? But
Right.
there's no reason for me to try to overshadow the effort of many others. They're just as valuable.
Man, a lot of stuff that you saying
You
gonna
got cut off
go
a little
over.
bit.
It's gonna go over a lot of people's heads, but it's something that they really, really, truly need to hear. Because I want you to hear this here from me though. Your reputation, it ain't tarnished. When people go and dig for the real truth, they're gonna see that you was exonerated, and they're gonna see that it was kind of like they stalled out your career, so like, you know, she could run from it. She put out that you failed drug tests and all of that, but
Yeah.
then the minute her character
Well,
was,
you have the documentation.
yes, the minute her character was called into question, she threw a fit. Was talking about suing everybody and all types of shit over a joint. But it definitely
Yeah. Softer than soft. That's what I call. If you're unable
softer
to
than soft.
take criticism, if you're unable to deal with softer than soft, because you have to build your skin to be able to even I heard this one day, even in the hardest criticism, there's always little balls of gold
Yeah,
where you can find gold there,
yeah,
because there's always a little bit of truth of it. And there's so much that you can learn from the things that you might not want to hear. But that is a special ability, and it comes with time, and it comes with humility,
yes,
right? Because you have to be willing to put yourself in that position, to know that you're not all of that. You can become all of that, but you are definitely not all of that just yet. When you become all of that, you'll be leaving this earth on your last breath.
yeah.
So hopefully there's a long way to go.
Well, we definitely appreciate your time.
I thank you. I thank you, and I thank you. Thank everyone that took the time to listen. It is a truly an honor to be able to speak out and to be heard. And hopefully, I will be fighting this year, my last fight, and maybe I can have some of you come to Costa Rica. We are working on making this event like an historical event in Costa Rica, where we can have um, traveling packages for people to come meet Costa Rica, because Costa Rica is this year one of the greatest destinies to visit. So I want to make sure that my event impacts the community of boxing of the region, all Central America, and that we have like something that really, really, really helps um, certain communities, not only the boxing community. So the people that is working with me is very excited. We are working slowly but surely. So we'll see. I will let you know, and maybe I can have some of you come and cover the fight and just enjoy Costa Rica a little bit.
Shoot, hell yeah. I'm there. Hey, do they smoke
You
good?
guys eat sweet pineapples, sweet mangoes, and pineapples and papayas that I know in the States are not sweet,
Do they
but they
smoke
are
good?
sweeter than sweet in Costa Rica.
Do they smoke good over
Huh?
there? Do they
Do they
smoke good?
smoke?
Yeah.
Do they smoke good like weed?
Yeah.
They just approved the um uh how do you say the cannabis, but the recreational
Yeah.
recreational cannabis. They just legalize it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Miss Anita
Yeah.
said it's 213-581-5111. I was trying to put it in there. But yeah, man. Definitely keep in touch and don't be a stranger, man. They love you over here. Um what
Sometimes I write in your page, but you cannot see me as Hanna Gabriels. You see me as Lisa, Lisa underscore and XD. That because my daughter stole my account. So the last time I wrote to you because
So that
you were
was you
speaking
when
some
I was like, yo,
truth.
do you want to be a moderator?
I
And
spoke.
you said
Uh,
let me think about it.
no, it was not me.
Oh,
But no, in other. I think you did a live, but I catch that later, and you were speaking about some truth, and I actually thank you, and I said thank you so much for speaking the truth in these things. You cover a lot of things, so I usually hear. I listen to you. I listen to Sweet Ma. I also have listened to Hood Champion. I
Sweet
listen
Ma,
to
like
um,
Sweet Ma,
Sweet
y'all
Ma
could
is
be
the sweetest.
sisters.
Yes, that's what people say. I like her a lot, and I love my nephew Amir. Amir is
Yeah,
my
man,
nephew because
yeah.
already
Shout out
people
to
say
Amir.
we're sisters, and I told her, well,
Hold
Amir
on,
is my nephew then.
hold on, Hannah, hold on.
Go ahead.
Call on the line. What's on your mind? Hello? Oh, it ended. They ended it.
Oh,
But
it's
yeah, what
okay.
we was saying now, oh, Sweet Mom. Yeah.
Yes. She's the sweetest. So I came like a year ago, and you guys were speaking about me sometimes, and I wanted to come in, right? Because I was like, oh man, they still talking about this, and she will keep spreading the narrative, and I was like, and somebody said that I only that I didn't do enough, that I did not fight enough for my career, and that I was just I did not that I did not do enough, and that I will only complain. And people don't understand that in these situations, there's not much that the athlete can do, but the right procedure is for
Hello?
you to shut up and deal with the process. It's not like we can do all of these things. It's
Right.
very complex. Is very complex, and is very you don't really have any saying on anything. So whatever happens the way that they make it happen, because we don't have any power.
Hello?
Call on the line. What's on your mind?
Blessings, Mr. Skinny. I'm so glad you're doing the show. You're doing a wonderful job, no matter how high in the clouds you are. I have a question. I have a question for you. Well, first, let me say, if she can hear me, Sister Hannah, my kids
I
are
can hear you.
33 and 40. And I just want to say, if no one has ever told you that there are some people in the States that are very proud of you, know that there are people who are boxing fans who think you are wonderful on the inside and the out. And if you never get in the ring again, be proud of yourself, promote yourself, tell your story. You can do a YouTube or a Facebook. I mean, you named a couple of people, and some I don't watch, and some don't promote you that will just use you for views. But I would like for you When's your flight? If you can hear me, when's your flight in Costa Rica? I missed that.
I'm planning for it to be in
I don't
December
know if they can
because
hear
I
me or
want to
not.
be planning it well.
You heard that, Miss Anita? December.
Yeah, I'm not here. I have my TV turned down so I can't hear. But I just want to say, I think you are beautiful on the inside and the out. And the words that come out of your mouth are a reflection of your heart. So if you can, or even if you needed, I could do a GoFundMe and raise a few $1,000s to get you what do you call it, a bed and bath or a B&B for whatever state you want to come in. You need to get in the state and promote yourself. There's enough people with money who will support you. You need to fight and shut everybody up. Even if it's your last fight, you can go back to Costa Rica because I'm coming. So if it's in December, I will send you a message or email or PayPal or whatever. But I just want to tell you that I've only heard you 3 times online. And whenever I do, you warm my spirit. So you just don't change because of what happened to you. Because everything that happened to you, you know, karma, it's a Buddhist thing, but it's factual. Whether it takes 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years, whoever did you wrong, it will flip. As long as you know who you are. So I'm going to hang up, and I just want to say thank you, Skinny, for having her, and I hope you have her more often. And I want to say thank you, Hannah, for being who you are. Don't give up the fight.
Thank you.
Oh, Anita, thank you so much. Let me say one thing to her. Mrs. Anita, right? Thank you for your words. I want to say this. The day that the fight of 2023 happened, I was here in my house making a decision if I was going to watch the fight or not. I called my trainer and I told him, crying, I told him, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the strength to do it. And I still sat there. I almost passed out 3 times that night. And when they offered me this fight, I told the Lord, I want to honor you on this fight. And all of those things happened. And then I said, how can I honor you like this? Right. And then
Right.
I discovered that the only way to honor the Lord is when things are not going the way that we think it should or that we deserve. And we are still grateful to Him about whatever that is going on. And so years have passed by. It took me a couple of years to find out, especially what happened in my case, how they violated the rules and how they got me out of the way. And your words have helped me to understand that in a way I am honoring Him and I am honoring the purpose that He had in this. So I have already gave up the idea that I will fight, even though this is my passion and this is what I do, and I'm ready to do it anytime. But I believe that it also has been part of what He wanted me to do. You know, He wanted me to let go on it, because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen because of Him, not because of her. I actually sent you, Mr. Skinny, a couple of screenshots of my conversation with Clarissa. And there is a part where she says, if I ever feel merciful enough to give you an opportunity, I'll let you know. And I said to her, if you ever have the merciful balls to face me, then I will see you then. I know she don't have those, but I know that I am richer today just by the fact of just by being able to touch people's heart like this. So thank you, Mrs. Anita, for your words. They warm my heart as well. And I feel grateful for this moment. Thank you so much.
And we want to thank you for taking the time out to come and hang out with us.
For sure. It's my honor.
And we are going to be looking forward to the Hanna Gabriels YouTube channel launch. We'll
Yes.
let everybody know about that. We're going to be looking forward to, it's already April. We're going to be looking forward to December in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep everybody
If
up
I'm
to
being
date on
offered
that.
something else during the year that makes sense, you'll see me fighting, but you'll see me winning. The other day, my husband is a matchmaker as well. So they told him, hey, we need a 160 pounder. And he was like, I got her. and they were like, it's not your wife, right? And he was like, yes, that's her. And she was like, no, man, we don't need that.
Hey, it's kind of like you
So
stuck between
they
a rock and a
know.
hard place. It's like you want to fight, people want to fight, but they don't want to fight you.
Yes, but my only opportunity is for people to put pressure, because that's everything. That's all that they have played with. They played with people's perception, so they accuse me as a cheater, and that it works for them. You know.
Man,
So
but the
I
only
have
thing
always
is,
said,
man, the only thing with a fraud like Clarissa Shields is she knows she owe you that. And she talk all that shit about how, oh, Hanna Gabriels, oh, you didn't see, she knocked me down, but you know, I was beating her in the fight. Well, okay, if it's all that, then get the payday and fight her again and go on to the next one then. But she won't,
and
because she's a
she
clown.
says that the other day she said that I was too easy of a fight. That French Cruz's fight was harder, and I just like, I mean, I can do anything if she lies like that, and people don't say anything about it, right? But honestly, I think it's pretty evident they have done everything to
Franchon
avoid
Cruz
this
came in
fight,
there. Franchon
just
Cruz came in there
because
and
they
swung on
know
her
they have
ass
this.
after she done had a busted up knee and all types. Hey, you got to go through so much before you get to Clarissa Shields. It's like playing Street Fighter 2. You got you got to go through about 4 or 5 prelim fights before you get to the main.
Well, she never behaved like that with me. I remember on our first face to face, there was some interviewer around, and he came to me and he said, this is the first time I see her so quiet. And I told him, I'm not the same. I'm not like the others. She knows she should respect me. And it has always been like that. In our second face to face, she didn't even do anything. So, I think it's pretty evident. People say, like I told you at the beginning, that people believe that I do not. I think I won some rounds in that first fight, and that the scorecards weren't fair. But I think I lost the fight because I wasn't experienced or experienced enough to stick to what it worked, right? But I know for a fact that those mistakes have been corrected. Everything that I used to do right, I do better. Everything that I used to do wrong has been corrected. Today, I'm able to change up my style when it is needed. I'm able to adjust the distance. I'm able to adjust the speed. I'm able to walk the ring and do what I want without getting out of breath, which was one of the things one of the things that people say that I lost that fight for. They say that I got tired, and I said, well, she was tired too, but I was the one always looking for the fight. I was always coming to her and punching as fast as I could. So yeah, you do get tired, even though you're conditioned. It depending on the amount of effort that you're putting in there, you get tired. But I did not know how to breathe then. I know how to breathe now. And I'm able to do 6, 8 rounds of 5 minutes without training. So I know how to do my job today. They know. They know I'm different today. That's why they keep me away and they keep the narrative alive. But
let's get that rematch at 3-minute rounds.
let's do it. 12 rounds.
12
3
rounds.
minutes. Let's do 4. Let's do 4 minutes. Oh man, I want as much time as
12
I
rounds.
can.
12 rounds, 3 minutes. And if Clarissa Shields, you come and you bring that damn money, and we'll put some type of stipulation in it. Clarissa Shields, if you win, then Hanna won't fight again. But if she win, then you gotta we'll come up with some shit she gotta do. She ain't gonna be willing to do all that shit. Cause see, like I just hate, cause she gonna go live and she gonna be like, she gonna say some old crazy shit like, yeah, I heard Hanna Gabriels, her pretty self wanted to talk all this here stuff about me, but I'll knock her pretty ass out.
Oh man.
But and then she gonna start bringing up those past accusations again. And see, that's what pisses me off, especially when I got the paperwork. And then when I start showing that paperwork and carving into her ass, then she gonna get mad. But I don't care.
Yeah, that's exactly why I wanted you to see it, because it's so much documents. It's very hard to gather all of that documentation and make sense out of it. And it's years of things, and it's
but
very
she's really a
difficult to figure
coward
out
because I had these phone lines open and she's watching right now, but she's too much of a clown and she's too scared, and Pap is a punk. And because if not, she would do what everybody would want her to do and call in right now and talk to you, and then talk to you like a woman and tell you that, yo, I owe you an apology and and then take it from there. But she won't do that because she want to look like this big rough, tough bully who don't have to answer to nobody and don't have to say that she wrong. And then she'll turn around and say that she believe in God. Now I don't understand that, because if you know you did somebody wrong, you should at least be able to have a conversation with them.
Well, she said before the fight against Franchon on her press conference, she said that her 5th fight against Franchon was the Layla Ali and what's the name of the other champion? I forgot. Oh, how can I forget
Layla
about
Ali and who? That Layla fought?
No, that she didn't fight. That everybody wanted to see that fight.
Oh, you talking about, man, ain't nobody wanted to see no Layla Ali fight Ann Wolf.
Okay, but at some point,
yeah,
that was the fight that
was
people
the big
wanted to
fight,
see, and it
but
never
Ann
happened.
Wolf lost.
And nothing ever happened. And she said, this fight against Franchon is like Ann Wolf and Layla Ali fight that we didn't get to see. And I was like, that is a lie. Because it has been my experience that people wants to see our fight.
You know what Ann Wolf was? Ann Wolf was the local, I don't know what they call them over there in Costa Rica, but over here we call them the Manny Fresh looking women. Ann Wolf was just the local she was the local Shadeja Green, but she was just like who would just knock out all the girls in the neighborhood, and she just happened to like fight. She wasn't no skill. She just was, and she got gassed, and the lady beat her. But the lady who beat her, she had to go on and fight Layla, and Layla knocked her ass out. So them the same excuses she used. Oh, I don't have to fight such and such because Hanna Gabriels beat her and I beat her. And like she told Shadeja, I don't have to fight you because I done beat up Franchon and Franchon.
It doesn't make sense. Like it would make sense that if Shadeja would have fought Franchon, and out of them two, the winner fights against Clarissa. Or Clarissa fights Shadeja, and then whoever loses fight against Ranshon. But this is according to her logic. Now that Shadesha lost to her,
Yeah, she
she's
don't
gonna
have to
fight
fight.
Lani
Yeah.
again, right?
Like, what does that mean? Like, I like how Amanda Serrano put it. She was like, when you fight the best, people gonna lose. So that at the end of the day, the record, like, if you're gonna fight with the best, don't the record, put the record out the window.
She was trying to put shade on Alicia Baumgartner, and I believe that when the fights are competitive, they're supposed to last. Yeah. It's not easy to knock out a person when they're just as well prepared as you. So, Clarissa came up saying, like I said, trying to degrade the amateur boxing and talking all of this. And like I said, I only saw a great showcase of skills between Baumgartner and her opponent. Nothing, I didn't see any of that on Clarissa's and Cruz fight. I haven't seen Clarissa fighting well for a couple of years now because them easy fights haven't, they don't help you in your craft.
Nah.
Gives you fake confidence. So she when she was trying to compare and do all of these things, and I was like, Franchon was over there all the time for her to finish the fight. That fight should have been a fight that she would have had stopped that easily, but she wasn't able to, and that's just a matter of what she has done in the late years. Picking easy fights, your craft doesn't get better.
It's amazing how you say that first fight you went into it against Clarissa, kind of feeling like you was going to be well overmatched, but you end up knocking her down in the first round. Did you feel like, oh shit, I got this? Or was you like, yo, this man here is holding the fight, man?
No, I was on those days I did not understand boxing really well, so I was just trying to bring the very best I could to the table. But in the last 6 years, especially in the years that they had,
the look on her face when you dropped her,
fight.
You dropped it, and the look on her face was like, this wasn't part of the script.
I was shocked too. I was shocked too.
She still don't know where that mouthpiece at.
It's been a couple of years now.
She still don't know where that mouthpiece at.
It's been 8 years since that fight almost. And I can only tell you that all of the time that it seems to have been wasted, it didn't. I've done my thing. I've done my job.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for everything. I don't want to take more of your time. I'm sure I've taken enough, but thank you so much for this space. Thank you to all of your listeners, and keep supporting Mr. Skinny and all of his work. And thank you for being great, because when I come to the YouTube and I see people sometimes defending me, or sometimes, because some people know the truth and they raise their voice for me, I feel very grateful. Is not an everyday thing. Not a lot of people has compassion or are empathetic with the situation. So to be able to receive love from people still, it is truly a blessing, and I never take that for granted. So thank you so much. I will come back sometime if you allow me, and to let you know how things are going. But it's been a pleasure, and I just wish you the very best. Be safe. Do not let Clarissa take away your account. She has already done a lot to a lot of people that's doing their thing, and it's not worth it as much, so just be safe. Thank you so much, and be blessed.
Hanna Gabriels, y'all. class act. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
And make sure you put up all of those documents. If people wants to see it, just know I'm that transparent. I have put all of that information to your service.
All
You
right.
can put it up, or you can ask me to put it up again, and you'll be able to see everything.
All right. Bye.
Many blessings. Bye.
Hanna Gabriels, y'all. Great interview. Y'all had some great questions as well. Hopefully, y'all remember to hit the like button, subscribe. Shout out to Rich coming in. I see you. Appreciate the donators. And did Hanna Gabriels, it's her name. Her PayPal is her name, Hanna Gabriels. Y'all can pull it up if y'all choose to donate. She's going to get with me. Yeah, we'll see how that goes for fight preparations and planning, or just to help her out. Thanking her for her time. Like, I'm going to thank y'all for y'all time, because time is one thing that's the most important, and you can't get back, and you chose to spend it rocking out with this here live stream. And I thank y'all for that. And make sure you follow on all platforms. Until the next time, we're out.